Here we go. Start with your jog in place. We're going to quickly transition into a side-to-side squat. So keep it light, keep it bouncy. You're feeling good. You can even go a little bit deeper into the squat. And keep it more the top half in the beginning here. And you could go at your own pace, of course, if this is a little too quick. You just slow it down. All right, now find yourself continuing this pattern, but stepping wider, bigger, wider squat. Now I just slow it down a little and just step farther, sink deeper. Okay, so we're bringing the energy today. We've got a hybrid of some strength, some body weight, a little bit of cardio stuff, and just to get your legs moving quickly. Maybe a little bit of plyo. So it's going to be a little bit of everything. Now reach the opposite ankle. Feel the rotation in the waist, sinking down through the hips. Keep your chest lifted. Last 4, reach a little lower. And when you finish those, we can take it into our stationary lunges. So slowing it way down, take a step back, hands on the hips, and just drop down into your stationary lunges. Back heel stays lifted, front heel presses down. Give me about 3 or 4 more on this leg. When you feel good with your number, step in and change. And of course, make sure your feet are on 2 separate paths. Let's say train tracks is what you want to imagine. And give me your 3 or 4 more on this side. Okay, let's get a little bit of a lean back into a hamstring stretch. So lean back on your bent leg. Front leg straightens out. Toe goes up, rock back into the hips and step in and change. Each stretch you want to hold for a moment. That's like 2 seconds-ish. Feel the length of that front leg. Toe goes up so you can also get through your calf. Last one each side, take your time. Very good. Back to your jog. And we'll stretch out through the quads and the knees by going into some butt kickers. Go ahead and run your arms. Okay, jumping jacks. Arms go up. Remember your option is step, step. Okay, last 2 or 3, and then keep your feet wide, arms go out. Forward arm circles. Make them big, squeeze your fists, warming up the arms. Go the other direction. Good, okay, rotate out. Twist, release the back heel. And of course, we'll finish our warm up down in our arms just a little bit here. I'm gonna put my hands on the step. First things first, I'm gonna step to the corner, stretch down through my hip, come back, other leg, come back. So we're always going to plank and then back to that hip flexor stretch. Gonna warm up the core, loosen up the hips, start warming up the chest and shoulders. How about last 4 of these? No rush. Okay, when you're finished those, hop it in, stand it up, and let's get ready to roll. So we're gonna work with a 5-minute segment here. Okay, so all I want you to focus on in these 5 minutes are 3 exercises. We're gonna keep cycling through 3. And we're gonna go with, first of all, we've got our strength for our legs. I want you to do a goblet squat. So you're gonna hold whatever heavier weight you have at your collarbone, feet are outside the shoulders. I'm actually gonna hold my kettlebell for this one. So I'm gonna hold it up here and then squat down as low as I can, keeping the knees in line with the ankles, chest is lifting, right? So butt goes back, weight through the heels. I'm gonna start with 10 of those. Then I'm gonna come down and I've got my 10 push-ups. I'm gonna go one with tricep, one with wide, back to tricep. So after those 10, then we're doing our bench run. Up, up, down, down for 10, back to your goblet squat. Okay, on your marks. On your marks, get set. Starting session, here we go. So everything is 10. As you run on that step ladder, you're just gonna count every time your left foot strikes up and down. That's 1, up and down, that's 2. Or you can count when your right foot strikes, it's up to you. Doesn't matter. Now your push-ups are both tricep and wide. Feel the emphasis. Tricep push-ups, elbows hug the side. Wide push-ups, hands are wide. Feel your chest stretch. Elbows go wide as well. If you don't have a step, of course your push-ups are going to be on the floor. Makes it a little bit harder. And your run is just going to be forward, forward, back, back on the floor. Now you're sinking down into your squat. Elbows are pointing down toward the floor. Keep a tall posture. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. We have plenty of time here. Looking for stillness in the hips as you do your walking from push-up to push-up. And I know you've done it. When you're on that run, the next round, you're leading with the opposite leg. Okay, so I got my feet outside my shoulders. I'm gonna go down as low as I can. You're striving to get that 90-degree bend in the knees. You're halfway through this segment, guys. Segment 1 of 6, and then we're finito. We're out and run. We've got 90 seconds left to work this one. Are you focusing on getting the 90-degree bend? Keeping the chest lifted up tall. We're down 2. 1 minute remaining. This is the time to really push. Get yourself to the point where you really want to earn and feel like you need that 90-second recovery. It's a longer recovery. Move it, move it. Maybe go a little heavier on your squat, get a little deeper, go a little quicker on your run. 22 seconds. When the timer goes, you'll finish whatever 10 you're on. Five seconds. 3, 2, and time. So whatever you are completing here, get to your 10, and then take a moment. Guess I'm lucky. Finish my squats. I don't think I did 11, just so I didn't have to start my push-ups. I'm doing, truth be told, I think that's what I did. Okay, but that's okay because we're moving on in less than a minute. So let's get into our weights again for our legs. We're gonna go with our stationary lunges. Now you choose whether you want to hold the weight low or high. When you hold it high, you're working your core harder. So I'm going to palm the kettlebell here, hold it by my shoulder. I'm going to step that same leg back. I'm going to go dropping down and up into the stationary lunge. If it's just too much, you hold it here right in front of that leg that's back. Switch it up each time, see how it feels. Give me 10 and 10. Okay, then with that same weight, okay, you're going to pull this side 5 rows on each arm, which equals your 10. You're going to drop that. You've got your jumps, narrow squat jumps, up, land. I want you to go shooting straight out from your hips. Ready, steady, go. So just like our warm-up, back heel lift, you're sinking straight down. And each time you come back to this, feel free to change where you hold that weight. You can just notice the subtle differences that makes. Your back knee gets close to the floor. Okay, now the single arm row. My back is very flat, my chest is forward, but I'm doing kind of like a hinge at 90 degrees. Elbow pulled wide, palm faces behind you. And you can either stand up or stay forward on the switch. Everything is 10, except we're doing 5 and 5 with the arms. Your jumps are as intense as you want to make them. If you don't really want to jump, you just kind of go up on your toes with your arms. If you really want to jump, you're going to throw your arms and point your toes at the top of that jump, pushing off the floor, pushing your hips forward. When I hold my weight low, I feel it more in my legs, but I feel it less, like not at all, in my core. Hardly. So you choose maybe the way you want to feel it, or just keep it buried. Where your challenge there is to go for your depth. I don't know what weights you guys have. My kettlebell is 20 pounds. I want you to try to go with your heavier weight selection if you can. Halfway through. Use your jumps as a way to work your calves. It's fun going right from the jumps back to the lunges. Your legs are like, yeah, I'm here. I'm awake. Oh. Awesome work, you guys. We are down to 90 seconds remaining here. We're not focusing too hard on the back this round. We'll have a little bit more upper body for the next round. And a little left leg. So work the legs now while you have this segment. Make each jump count. You're counting the jumps and they're counting for you. Continue with that depth in your lunge. Can you get down way slower? You're down to 22 seconds. Favorite number twice. 15 seconds. 5. Okay, time out, but finish your reps. Oh. When you're done now, just take a moment. This is your moment to sip some water, stretch a little bit, grab a towel. Okay, so we have 1 minute left to recover. Like I said, we're going to take a little bit of the focus off the legs now. No weighted exercise, but yes, some plyo. But first, we're going to start with that next chest exercise. So I want you to hang out on something where you can offset your push-up. So I'm going to go down here. Turn it this way just for this round. I'm going to stay on one side. So my left hand is on the floor, right arm is up, elevated on something. My feet are wide. I'm going to drop down, press up, and I'll lift my hand up that's on the floor. I'm going to go 5 on this side, move it to the other side, 5 here. Then I'm going to be back in my back. Okay, 2 weights this time. Okay, so palms face behind me. I'm going to double do what I just did, but with both arms. Tip forward, pulse, pulse, release. This one is the one that's going to take a while because we're doing 10 of them. Chin down, squeeze, squeeze between your shoulder blades. Okay? Then we've got our side-to-side hops. 10, 9, 8, 7. Let's do it. You have a choice to do the push-ups on the knees. But I still want you to try that hand lift of that bottom arm. You can elevate on anything that is higher than the floor by at least a couple inches. Now, remember, squeeze the shoulder blades, chin down, neck and lat to spine. Palms are wide, elbows are wide, and we're here for 10. Let it take the time that it deserves. I've got a 10-pounder in each hand. You discover what you need here. Your hops. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. So you can see you're counting kind of every other hop. You're watching that as you raise that outside arm on the push-up. Keep your hips level and still. Do 5 one side, then 5 the other side. You want that time to push off of the bench and feel your body stabilize in one arm. Your torso, you're almost forward folding so that you're perpendicular to your leg. Soft bend in those knees. On your hops, feet hip distance. Halfway through. You can tell a lot less intense for the legs this round. As you drive that stationary hand into whatever it is you're pressing from, brace your core tight to keep your hips still. Woo! That was getting tough. Your 2 pulses at the top of your row are definitely focusing as 2 squeezes. Think bra strap area. Slightly above that. That's your area of intention. Down to 60 seconds. Whoa. The 4th and 5th push-ups. Wow. How those pulses feeling? Squeeze, squeeze that back. Squeeze, squeeze. Stay in position. 20 seconds, less than that now. 7 seconds, close it out. Time, 90 seconds recovery. Do that last exercise till you're 10, till your 10th one. With the energy of a 10-year-old. Wouldn't that be nice? Hair is going everywhere, my goodness, it's a very loose pony. So take your time to do what you need here. Stretch. You need you feel a little bit looser. Go. Okay, so we've got 45 seconds left to recover. Do what you need here. Okay, we're gonna get back to a weighted leg exercise here. We're gonna combine it with some upper body. So grab your weights. I'm gonna get my 10s here. I'm going to do a squat press. So weight is up, feet are wide, drop down, press up. Make it very separate, right? Squeeze the glute as you press. You want to feel both exercises there. Then you're going to alternate 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 curl. So 10 total, okay? Burpees are last. I want 10 burpees. Here we go, guys. Squat press first. Okay, it's slower, just in the sense that you want to get that glute squeeze at the top and focus on pushing and absorbing. After your 10, bring it down. Okay, bicep curls, just 10, 9, 8, 7. This is why I think the 10s are really good here, maybe 8s. And now, the focus of this round is that burst. You got 10 burpees. Squat, plank, squat, jump. 9 more. I want your squat press, your feet to be a little wider on those than they are for your burpee. Find your wide position. Knees go out, press it up. Take your time. Ah, it's legs and shoulders. And that seems obvious, right? But focus on that press. Really feel you've floated down just a little bit on those. Same thing with your curl. Get the squeeze as you twist that weight up. Halfway through, 2.5 minutes remaining. Now notice how your core has to work. When you are down in the squat and you're weighted at your shoulders, your core braces for that position. Then your glutes squeeze to encourage a strong press. Maybe you need to hold a different set of weights. Something different for your press and then switch to something heavier for your biceps or vice versa. You know your body. You know your abilities. But I need you to feel it. If you don't feel the resistance, you don't notice the resistance, it's not doing the job that it's intending to do. We don't want to waste our time. I'd rather you go a little heavier and have that challenge, but then slow down your reps and take bigger breaks between rounds. It's really like burpees. I did 11. I actually do. You couldn't tell. Okay, you are under a minute. 45 seconds to be exact. $30 seconds. Okay, 20 seconds. Remember, you're finishing what you're on. 10, 3, 2, there's your buzzer. Close out your chin. Goodness gracious. Full recovery. I say you definitely earned it. Gosh. So we are now at our fourth of six. So we're in 2 more groupings. What it means for you, it means for me, is we gotta dial it up. Just 10 minutes left of some good solid hard work. Okay, first up, we're going side to side with our squat. Okay, we're keeping the squat to really burn out those squat positions. Weight at the collarbone again. I want you to squat, hop to change. Squat, hop to change. Okay, the tick-tock motion of the feet. Together apart, weight is high on the collarbone. Then we're into dips. I'm gonna take that same weight, set it on my lap. 10 dips, shoulders back, chest open. If you don't wanna do that, pick your different tricep exercise, okay? After that, we're back into some light cardio, but we got fast feet. I wanna work the calves here. You pick your time, you count out 10 seconds in your head, watch 10 seconds on the clock. Ready, steady, go. So squat together apart, 10, 9, 8. So we're traveling laterally, challenging ourselves with the weight. And with it up at your collarbone, if you have it there, you want to really make sure you're bracing your core. That way you're protecting your lower back. Now, your dips, this is where we slow it down. Open your chest, guys. Let me see that open chest. Shoulders back. Butt slides down. Tailbone slides straight down. Your bench or chair or step. So you're fasting. I'm gonna watch my clock here. I'm gonna watch my timer. I'm gonna do 10 seconds. This one, believe it or not, is the emphasis, because if you can do a full 10 seconds, that should feel like a big burst of energy. Now, giant squat together, giant squat together. We will not have any more squat position after this round. Believe me, I promise. Now the emphasis really can be on the triceps as well. So if you want this to be the big focus, make sure the weight is on the lap. If you're in good position, you're taking your time with them. Okay, the harder, you want it a lot farther where you're going to put your feet. You have a watch you can look at, you have a clock you can look at. Just check your 10 seconds for the fast speed. My room has a nice cool breeze in it right now. All the windows are open. It's flowing through. Thank you. Feels good. Okay, you're more than halfway through. You guys are rock stars. You're looking good. Hope you're feeling good. How fast can you get those feet? The knees are always bent. Your tip forward a little bit, arms are in front. Whoa. If you really like that part, you can do more than 10 seconds if you want. That weight, if it's held up high, that's that bonus opportunity to work your lower back. Take it or leave it. We've got under 90. One minute. Gotta love fast twitch muscle fiber work. Get those fast feet rocking. Oh. The goal today is really have a combination of everything. $30 seconds. $20 seconds. Perfect. 10, 9, 8. Gonna time that out better. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Rest. No joke. I got to the dips and I saw it was at 12 seconds left. I'm like, stand up quick. Last 10 to close it out. So stretch out some legs, twist out some torso. Okay. Final round here, guys, and then we're just gonna focus on the midsection. Oh, get a nice burnout through the core. So you've got 1 minute left to recover. I'm gonna sip some water. Promise, no more squats, right? Okay, so we're gonna start slow and low and focused with our lunge and leg lift for balance. So I'm gonna grab my 10s, keep my arms even. I'm gonna start on top. I'm gonna lunge down, top posture, deepest lunge I can get, and then tip forward, and then go right back to the lunge. I want you to do 5 of these because they're supposed to take a while. So once you get your 5 on side, step back up, switch legs. Okay, we're back to shoulders. Okay, this is gonna actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do just a strict press here. Okay, your second opportunity to work the shoulders. No bend in the legs, just a soft bend in the knees to keep your stability. Then, with 1 weight, 10, 9, 8. Here we go. I'm gonna put that one second, but that one needs to be third. So, slow and steady, lunge, lift. Focus on each portion of that exercise as unique, right? Big lunge, check. Tip forward, feel the work in the hamstring, glute, check. Then you're up top and switch legs. Set your eyes to help keep your balance. You keep those weights in hand. And start your overhead pressing. Soft knees, strict press. If you want to change, you can put your palms facing each other. Try that. Okay, elbows to the front. Now, your option. You do not have to hold the weight for your jumping lunges. You can. You want to up the intensity. Like I said, this is our last 5-minute grouping. Let's make it count. Big deep breath before you start your balance again. You'll need it. Steady your gaze, steady your body. As you tip forward, remember you're pinning your shoulder blades back. Active muscular contraction in your upper back. Stabilize. Every exercise, every rep is purposeful and not to be rushed. Oh yeah, I like doing it this way, this round. Elbows forward, feel the difference. It is harder. Nice, close to the halfway point. The goal there is not a scissor run, but to get the depth. As you stand on top of your apparatus, squeeze the shoulder blades back right from the get-go. Keep those hands there. Oh, I love knowing it's the last round because it gives you the opportunity to really drive the point home. Ooh. "90 seconds remain." If it's getting too tough towards the end to keep on to that weight with the jumping lunges, by all means, feel free to let it go and just use your body weight. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. 1 minute remains. And of course, there is zero rush because yes, I'm gonna want you to finish the 10 that you're on, or you could choose to blend right in to the next exercise to close out with what you want to close out with. Because we're going on to a big recovery after this. "22 seconds. "10 seconds. 5. There's the timer. There's your 5 minutes. Oh, awesome. So do what you need to here to fully recover and let the heart rate come down. You totally earned your recovery. Good job for that. So funny. Talk about earning your recovery. Like, as if you didn't work hard enough, I would just like, we would go nonstop. Then, okay, so you didn't earn it, so let's just keep going. It's terrible. All right, so we should be winding down pretty quickly here. Take a little twist if you want it. So, okay, first up, we're gonna start in a hover position. We're gonna go with a rotating hover. Okay, so you're gonna start with your elbows under your shoulders. All right, so I'm gonna start here. Bring it down to the floor. Move this out of the way so see me better. So go ahead and come on down, find your hover. See everybody there. Okay, so now feet are hip distance or wider. Elbows under the shoulders, hold tight. And now rotate open to your side hover. and then come back and go the same side again. Open up. So we're sticking with, if it's your left arm going right now, you're twisting to your left side, rotating to your left side. Keep the left coming. Open it up. You roll it back down, place the arm down. Stay in it. Give me 3 or 4 more and then switch to the other side. We're going for about 10 to 12 reps. So if you feel like counting, go ahead. Taking the time to make sure your hips stay high on the side hover, but then they're low and parallel with the floor on the front hover when you match up. After you're finished here, take a moment to sit in a child's pose, sit back on your heels, knees open. Okay, we're gonna try something in our arms next. When you're finished that, a little bit of a stretch. And if you've done it before, it's called a firefly. So you're gonna be in your hands on this next one. So if and when you're ready, hands are underneath your shoulders. Get yourself into your high plank position. I'm going to put my feet hip distance apart. I'm gonna crouch back. Okay, my knees are hovering. And as I lunge forwards, I propel forward, I'm gonna take my left knee to left elbow. I'm gonna crouch back, knees are off the floor, and then right knee to right elbow. Go ahead and get started. Crouch back, knee to elbow. If something about this does not feel right, just do a regular high plank, knee to elbow. I mean, feels not right as in like something hurts. You don't want that. I'm really driving the crunch in those obliques. Now you're doing your own timing. Take your time. Wherever you are, give me 4 more. Just 2 each side alternating. You're gonna find that child pose again. Oh. When you're through with those and you're done your child's pose, flipperooski, get on your back. So once you're lying down, take your knees above your hips. Make sure your lower back is pressing down. I'm gonna put my arms wide to a super open position, like a big T or a low V, but out wide. Take your legs straight up. We're gonna windshield wiper these babies. So stabilize your body. Your legs are kind of above your hips. Take them to one side. There you go. Swipe to the other side. With control. You get to choose whether you have a big window or a little window. How far are you swiping side to side? But don't go too far that your whole body is twisted too much. You can't control coming back. The control stays in your obliques. The purpose is not the movement. The purpose is to stretch the oblique and then work it to bring the legs back. Sometimes the farther you go isn't necessarily a good thing. The control is a good thing. Last 8. You choose your distance, you choose your speed, choose your adventure. When you get your 8, hug the knees in, release through the back and the hips. Oh, amazing. Let's give all that a rest. Put your feet down on the floor. Hip bridge, everybody up. Squeeze your glutes. It's just your ... in the work right now. Squeeze the butt. Hips are high. Bring it on down. Okay, next to last exercise here. We're gonna work with a leg extension and a crunch. So crunch in, reach your arms past your feet, extend, shoot out, legs and arms out. Crunch in, biggest crunch you got, roll into a ball, and then extend. When I extend my legs, I'm gonna squeeze my quads, squeeze my butt. So the legs are intentionally straight. Abs are super tight. Head is resting. It certainly helps to give that nice, powerful exhale at the top and then brace at the extension. Okay, whenever you feel like you're getting that burn, take a moment's pause. But we only have 5 more to complete, so give me your best 5. When you're through with those 5, take your knees to one side, stretch out your lower back. We still, like I said, have 1 more exercise to finish, but we're gonna be flipping around. So I just want to get your knees to the side, knees to the other side, just to get a good release of the lower back. Flip around, flip and flopping you guys like pancakes. Okay, but this is it. After this, we finish our stretches. Lay on your stomach, palms down. You're gonna rest your chin on your palm, on the backs of your hands. Okay, so I'm going to lift everything up. I'm gonna extend out, arms and legs. Bring it back in and lay it back down. Go ahead and get started on these. So lift, squeeze everything. Extend out, big starfish. Bring it back in and then back down to the floor. You will know what you're working when you extend the arms out and the legs out. You feel in your butt, your lower back, your shoulder blades, squeezing in towards the midline to work your upper back. A lot. You can take out that extension, take out the starfish if you need to. You can just literally go up and down. But whichever method you're using, give me 3 more. Take your time. When you're finished, child's pose first. Then you can come into your tabletop and crawl one hand underneath, twist through your upper back. I'm resting my side of my shoulder on the floor, using my palm that's on the floor to help my upper back twist. Switch when you're ready. Come back to neutral when you're ready. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Push your hips high. Drive the heels down. Let your head relax. Pedal it out, stretching from one leg to the next. And then walk yourself into a forward fold. Hang for a moment. Roll your way to the top. Roll your shoulders back. Hey everyone again. Cool. So take that quad stretch. It's done. He's ready to be done. Find your balance. Take that ankle around. Flex the foot. Sit down. She taught me how to down dog in the frog. She does it really well. Okay, switch the other leg. And then your glute. Okay, shake it out a little bit here. Round your upper back. Push your palms forward. Separate through the shoulder blades. Just take a moment here And then clasp behind, lift up, stretch through the front of your shoulders. Let's take our arms up, tricep stretch. Pull on the elbow, get a little bit of the back arm. I like to do a little lean sometimes. Oh, and then switch to the other side. Establish the stretch first and the arm, and then lean it. Roll on back, and then arms up. Inhale, big deep breath up. Exhale, let that good energy fill the room. Good stuff, you guys.